It's only 150. I've got 3 games to win. We're up 1-0 in the game 2 and in the series with Corey Kluber on the mound.
So the Phillies talked to our own Heidi Watney before the game. Heidi, what's the state of this team headed into this upcoming game 2?
Matt, there's no doubt they're riding high after coming out on top in game 1, but that doesn't have these players or coaches feeling more at ease about this game or the rest of the series. Sure, it's nice to get the first of 4 wins out of the way, but many players told me they have to bring the same level of focus, intensity, and execution with them into game 2, especially since their opponent is going to be even hungrier for a win here tonight.
Leading off for the Yankees, the first baseman, Luke.
See if we can win 3 games here in a row, for that matter.
Ball.
Low for ball 1.
Counts 1-0.
I found some rosters that I downloaded that I think I'm going to have a lot of fun with after I do my second run through of every team in March to October. I got 99. Oh, what years did I get? I got 99, 07, 04, and then one that's supposedly like the top elite players of each team from 1900 to now, or something like that. I'm curious to see what that entails, but damn, dude, we had 20 strikeouts in game 1. Kluber's got 12 right now.
The pitcher.
He's taking full advantage of that. He's pounding the zone with strikes.
With not much faith in his sinker, apparently.
And a lot of strikeouts and no walks either.
The count's 1-1.
Pitcher at the plate with a 1-1 count.
You have to find a way to lay off that low sinker. There is just no way to do any damage. You're just looking at
it, dude. Those are free strikeouts right there.
Out to the left side.
And there aren't 2 away now.
Gotta capitalize on that. Right now we have 32 strikeouts on them. They've struck out 32 times in a game and a half.
Ball, that's
outside to start the at-bat, 1-0.
Insane.
No runs, just 1 hit, and no errors for the Yankees so far. A ball and a strike.
I got a ball.
This team is good. They can take you deep, but they're also going to swing and miss a lot. This is the only guy, I think, on this team that won't strike out absurdly amount, as far as I know. And even then, he's not looking good in this at-bat. 13 strikeouts.
Ready once again.
Leading up for the Phillies.
By the way, Jay Bruce postseason MVP so far. Unreal.
Kingery.
Swung on and driven out to right center field. A ball that's well hit.
Holy Scott Kingery.
First and hustling for second. Not quite out of here. It's off.
Damn, you went out the other way to the deepest part of the park.
Into second base.
Now batting. The second baseman.
Gene Segura, postseason WVP. Just WP. Worst player. Period. This is like the worst postseason I've seen out of anyone so far. This is my 16th team.
Now batting, the left fielder, Andrew McCutcheon.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. High fly ball out to straightaway center.
I'm gonna move the runner over. I'm gonna tag.
He makes the catch, and the runner from second will tag and hit for third. And he's up to third safely now with 2 gone in the inning. Next
The right fielder, number 3,
Bryce Harper's in the World Series, looking to break his own little curse.
Looking to keep this a 1-run game.
Oh, just too high.
In the air out towards shallow right. Judge is under it. No trouble with this one. And the
Yankees finally make their first World Series appearance since '09.
Here's Brett Gardner now. Guys, 7th inning already. Hey,
Leading off for the
complaining, but this one's been
the
flying by.
number 11,
0-1,
Brett
That's what you get when both
Gardner.
starting pitchers have it working. Neither of them have been nibbling around the strike zone at all, and they've trusted their
Count.
defense to make the plays, and they've done just that.
And it's resulted in a game that could really go either way in these late innings.
14 strikeouts for Kluber. And what's crazy is, like, that's the thing. We set a postseason record for strikeouts in one game and tied the all-time record combined,
labor,
you know, for strikeouts in the game. I think it's 20 or 21 in a 9-inning game. So the Red Sox did it twice in 9 innings, but didn't count because both those games went into extras, despite the fact that they got the strikeout record before it went to extras. I know they did at least once in Tampa, but, which is crazy, but that's besides the point.
Got to take advantage of that pitch right there. 0-2 breaker hanging over the heart of the plate. Not going to see too many of those today.
Not close with the off-speed pitch taken for a ball.
I love a well-executed changeup, especially one down in the zone.
And he was very late on that.
Throwing it in that situation. You leave that belt high or miss your spot just a hair, and you could have some problems.
Popped him up. Real
He moves really fast.
There aren't 2 gone now.
Thought he was gonna fucking peg that right off of Torres' helmet.
the right
So
fielder, number
Aaron
99,
Judge. No
Aaron
hits to this point.
Judd.
Oh, might not have been where he was hoping to put that pitch, but he somehow gets a swing
wasn't.
on it anyway. Strike 1.
I'm not gonna lie, not the front.
And he falls behind 0-2. No runs, just 1 hit, and no errors for the Yankees so far. And
That was an
foul
absolutely
ball.
hanging changeup. Nowhere near where I wanted that pitch to be. I wanted down and away, and it went middle.
And it's a ball and 2 strikes now to Aaron Judge.
Boy, Kluber does not have a slider to Stanton special Aaron Judge with.
That was strike 3. They weren't far off, but I think that was.
But when in doubt, use the cutter instead.
Leave it there,
15
as
Ks
this
for
is
Kluber.
strike 3, and
Ladies
that digging in.
I'm start looking to sit him
leading off
down,
for the Phillies,
sit him down, warm
the
him up,
catcher,
warm him up.
First 2
JT.
plate appearances so far.
Real Muto.
I mean, we blew them out. It was like, what, 7-0
Field in the
with 20
overshift here.
strikeouts?
Now the pitch. Popped him up.
Like, you cannot get dominated much more worse than that.
Boyd is there. 1 pitch, 1 out.
The batter,
1
the
gone
shortstop,
in the inning now, and
Didi.
Gregorius.
Red
Didi's kind of just been here. He hasn't really done a lot.
Right, here's the first
in
pitch.
postseason.
Bullet back up the middle.
It was right at him.
Gardner is there now, and he
Like,
has
that's,
it, 2 gone.
I don't know, perfect, and you get a liner. It seems dumb to me, but that's just me.
now batting,
And
the
that
first
will bring up
baseman,
the Sacramento
Reese
product, Reese Hoskins.
Hoskins.
2 tries so far. And he fouls this one off.
Hoping Jay Bruce will come up in the Rays on the mound, if there is going to be a righty on
It's
the
never
mound.
easy to pitch on the road, but to have this kind of outing in a ballpark that is notoriously known as being hitter friendly, it's been a treat to watch.
Yeah, I've definitely got a benefit of a
Hoskins
hitter's
behind
park
to count
this season,
0-2.
but still, my God, the things this offense have done.
Paxton has his sign. Here's his offering.
Count is 1 and 2.
2 out, nobody on.
Damn.
Swing and a high pop-up. Drifting
Garrett
toward
called like
the third
40
base
pitches to
dugout.
this point in the game. Paxton's only got
And he'll get under
69.
it to put it away in foul
But
territory.
Paxton is definitely out pitching Cole right now.
All set for
I'm wondering
the
if they're
start
going
of
to
the
stick
inning.
with
Now
Paxton
leading
for
off
the
with
eighth.
Miguel Andujar. He
the
got
third
on top
baseman,
of one and was around
Miguel.
Assuming his spot in the lineup does not
And
come
No
up this
balls
inning.
and 1 strike.
You got to think they'd
Wind up
stick with him.
and the 0-1.
Only 1 run, low pitch count.
Struck him out. Strikeout number 16 thus far as he's had a whale of a ball game.
Up next for the Yankees, the left fielder, Giancarlo Stanton.
Bases are empty, one man out. A great job of changing.
I got the count.
speeds there.
0 and
It's
2.
0 and 2.
Man, this dude is locked in on the mound. He's throwing each pitch with confidence.
Protecting on 0 and 2, so we'll do it again. Nothing in 2 count, and
I really wasn't sure about using Kluber for this inning,
and
but
another one. Strikeout number 17 in the ball
right
game
now
as
he's
he
setting
brings
individual
him up.
records.
Now batting,
No hitter
catcher,
is ever going to
Gary
taking the hat trick
Sanchez.
with 3
Oh,
strikeouts
one's
in
the
a
count.
game, but I will
I don't
say
know how
he's
that
not
doesn't
the
get
first guy
hit,
to have
but
a
whatever.
terrible game
I mean, I know how,
against
but
my
still, let's
head
be
on the
real.
mound. And you know what? He won't be the last. We all know he's one of the best in the business for a reason.
How about the side in the 8th? 18 strikeouts. I'm debating on using him for the 9th now, because if he can strike out the side in the 9th, that's 21 strikeouts. They brought in a righty.
Changes for the Yankees. Now pitching, batting in the 7th spot, number 56, Jonathan
Kyle
Holder.
Higashioka.
Now catching and batting 9, number 66, Kyle Higashioka.
The 0-1 pitch.
Damn it! Oh, a hanging changeup. It was a little high, but still very workable.
One away.
Fuck. You know what?
Now batting.
The
Corey
batter,
Kluber. He's
the
been great
pitcher,
on the mound, so we'll see if he can do something with the bat here as well.
Kluber.
I wish I knew where his energy was. I know he's at 100
Yeah,
pitches.
Matt, when a guy's throwing the ball as well as he has, it kind of forces the manager's hand to stay with him. He's been exciting to watch, and he's really had this crowd behind him the entire game.
The 0-1 pitch.
I feel like I have to give him a
Put in play
shot.
to the right side of the infield. Torres scoops it up and goes out
He's
number
out.
2.
If this lead were different than a 1-0 lead or tied, then I
The third
would.
baseman,
Oh,
number
Kingery's
4.
going off this game. Home run and a double. He's the only run of the game. I wonder. Okay, I thought it was in the first.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. In the
Damn,
air,
bad
out to
pitch.
straightaway left field.
Bad inning.
And Stanton
Bad inning.
put this one away.
All right,
The
Kluber's got a chance here.
Ready for another chance? Boy, he's the one to
Leading
start
off
off
for
the
the
9th
Yankees,
inning with his
the
guys
first
in
baseman,
danger of going down
Boyd.
2 games to none
Boyd.
if they can't rally. Now the pitch.
Ball 1.
And there's
Ooh, good
ball
take.
1.
1-0.
At this point in the outing, I'm scared to throw a curveball.
Aye.
Oh.
Now.
Wow, I actually
Well,
got the
he's
call
done
for
a real
this.
nice job with that breaking ball in this start. That's not the first time he's locked the guy up with it.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another
He's gonna go
shot
into
at
yellow
it here.
before this inning is over, obviously. So I gotta
Changes
try and
up.
limit the pitches,
That's
and
a
right
good
now we're not
right
doing
for
so
a
hot with that.
2-2 pitch is fouled away.
Come on, dude. You gotta get this out, Corey. It's quiet right now.
Strike 3. 19
19
strikeouts. For him
strikeouts.
now.
He's been in total control out there tonight. Gets
Up
the
next
leadoff
for the
guy with
Yankees,
a strikeout there, and
the
it just
catcher,
seems like we've seen
Kyle
so many off-balance
Nah,
swings
no
and
21.
weakly hit balls in this one.
Gregorius is under it. Gone.
Got a chance to go for
That's
20
it.
though.
Now
You gotta go
batting.
through DJ.
Into the box. He's their last
DJ
shot here with 2 away in
LeMay.
the 9th as they look to avoid
Ah,
the shutout.
damn.
Yeah, Matt, they just haven't.
Oh, what a basket catch by Jay
Now to
Bruce.
make the catch on the run, and what a
Complete
fun
game
way to
shutout
end
for
it there.
Corey
This
Kluber.
ball game is over.
19 strikeouts, most by an individual in a postseason game. And through the first 2 games of this World Series, the Yankees batters have struck out 39 times. That is more strikeouts in 2 games than you will sometimes see in 4-game series.
Man, they're facing
39
having to win 4 of
times.
5 now, Matty V. But if they could just grind out a win in Game 3, the math would start to look a little.
And
better.
honestly,
I look for
I'd
them
say
to
it's
gather
obvious. It's
themselves
obviously has to
and
do with a
come out
testament to the pitching. You
swinging in
can't,
the next couple
Corey
of
Kluber.
days.
You can't strike out 19 guys and not be someone like Corey Kluber. But it has to do with the absolute garbage plate discipline and vision of this team, the Yankees. We're up 3-0 in Game 3. on the road now, going from one hitter-friendly park to another. Okay.
Let's go down to the field with
Amount for
Heidi
game 3,
Watney
probably
for a
Lance
report
Lynn.
on what she took away from her talks with the players. Heidi? Here's Bryce
Short of
Harper
running
now.
all
He'll be the
Leading
one
off
first,
for
to
second,
go
and
up
third.
against
The
Masahiro
right
Tanaka.
fielder, number 3, Bryce Harper.
Harper
Nice,
swings
Bryce.
and hits it very well to
Bryce
right.
Harper with a
Judge
World
looks
Series
up
home run into the second deck.
and gone.
4-0 in game 3.
Man, this has been a rough one for this guy.
Tanaka's
so
usually
far.
good in the postseason.
That's the third homer
Give
he's
credit where it's
allowed
due.
today. Better start keeping the
How
ball.
far did Bryce's home run go? 380. So, you know, not excessively deep. A home run in most right fields. Didi's back in Yankee Stadium. A double and a walk thus far. I know he likes that short porch and right.
Gregorius. As he gets it weakly on the ground toward first. Fielded cleanly. Throw on to first. So a good comeback there. As
I
he
was
gets
stuck with
the
Tanaka
first
after
out
that
of the
home run.
inning.
Up next is Philadelphia. The first
Standing
baseman.
in,
Reese doing what he's done pretty much all year. Had a low average, but 4
One gun
dingers
so
this
far this
postseason.
inning.
From what I've seen.
Just off the
that ball
outside
went out.
that time, laid off for a ball. Double-barreled action to the Yankee bullpen now. A lefty and a right-hander start to get loose.
Hanger.
Swung on and hit deep to left center.
Just missed
this
it.
one has a chance.
Oh no, I
Out
got
of
it.
here
Nice.
into the visitors' bullpen.
5-0. And that's got to be Tanaka's last batter now.
And we've seen 4 round trippers from these guys.
4
so
home runs
far.
given up.
Dan Dero, what do you
He's
make
done.
of all this?
Your attention, please.
Right.
Now pitching
Real
for
Muto's
the
gone deep. I
Yankees.
think JT Real Muto's going to be World
Number
Series MVP. He's got a
85.
really high batting average
Louis.
right now.
There right now, but
That's
4 bombs already in this one. Yeah, this lineup from top to bottom has power. Just
Oh, I thought he had it.
He's missing over the heart of the plate. That's what
No
happens.
challenge
The
opportunity
batter,
either.
number
Wow.
2.
A right-hander
Second
standing
base.
6 foot even will take over the pitch.
Gene Segura has at least gotten his batting average above 100, so God bless him for that, but he's still terrible. I don't like Gene Segura. I've heard he's a clubhouse nemesis, too. Like, he's just not good for your team in the dugout and the clubhouse. Only one
Leading off
strikeout for
for the
Lance Lynn.
Yankees.
Wow.
The center fielder, Brett.
That's got to be a bragging point for the Yankees at least now.
Yeah, but
No
for him,
ball,
Matt,
2
he's
strikes.
See if I can
pitched
change
to
that.
contact with the guy, and obviously, it's working so far. And the way he
Forgot we got a
pitches,
DH
he
too,
really
that's
keeps
nice.
his pitch count down.
Oh, Didi. He's
He's
not having the best
Now
postseason right
batting,
now, especially compared to his
shortstop.
regular season.
DJ Love Mayhew.
Means I got a better center fielder out there.
Hazley will settle under it to make the play for the first out.
And I
The
still have
runner
Jay
will have
Bruce's
to
bat.
head back to first.
Now batting, number
First on his
29.
way.
Didn't Lance Lynn play for the Yankees at one point?
Is at the plate as he takes a cold strike one. Great curveball
I got
there.
the count.
Really
0 and
fooled
2.
him with that one.
I just think after seeing both those pitches right there, 96, you have to be on the fastball or you're not going to catch up. If you're sitting
Now
off
batting,
Ball.
that
the
fastball
second
will
baseman,
go right by you.
Ball 1, no
Blazer
strike.
Strikes the count.
Torres.
This is line to left.
Kutch might not have that.
And
Oh, he
this
does.
was tailing
I know
on it,
McCutcheon
but
had a
he
little
was
stint
able
with
to
New York.
reach down. Now
I
in
put
the
Adam
box,
Hazley ahead of Jay
Adam
Bruce in the
Leading off
lineup.
for
What the fuck is wrong with me?
The center
Begin inning
fielder.
number 7.
An extra base runner in front of him, I think. Is my mindset there. If
High
Hazley can get on base, and it
drifting
gives
out
Bruce
to
a chance to
shallow
get
center.
more runners on
Torres
base
has it, and
before his
there's one
at-bats.
away.
Because otherwise, this should be the other way around. Bruce batting 8th, Hazley.
Now batting, the designated
Digging in
hitter,
once again,
Jay
Bruce. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Damn.
Hit hard to the right
That was a
side.
good pitch to hit.
Oh, and he has some
Bobbled
trouble
it,
with
too.
Got
on
him.
first, and a quick start to the 7th, as now there are 2 away.
now batting.
Okay, let's
Third
nope,
baseman.
no.
God.
Let's get to the bullpen.
That'll bring up the former first
There's Jose
rounder,
Alvarez.
Scott
Why
Kingery.
was he not there before? That's weird.
And the pitch. Hit in the air out to left.
Damn.
On the move is
I
Stanton.
just missed that one.
He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. Here's this big Aaron Judge.
Leading off for the Yankees, the right fielder,
And he gets ahead
Aaron
strike one.
Judge.
Probably a design take right there. They need base runners, so they're going to make him try to bring the ball in the strike zone.
There's another guy without a slider, so I can't go down and away. It's the Stanton special, but it still works.
Strikes for the second time here tonight. Here's Miguel Andujar now.
42 strikeouts.
The Yankees, the designated hitter,
I'm trying to keep track of the strikeouts, so it's one less thing I have to check.
Andujar.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1.
Hey, every ball club has that spark plug guy, and this is the guy right here.
No,
He usually
Andujar's not their
ignites a lot
spark
of
plug guy.
productive innings.
Get out of here with that nonsense.
Had him fooled as he swings through the curveball. 2 down.
43.
Pitching 101 is changing location and upsetting the hitter's
Now batting,
Do that,
left
and
fielder,
everything's going to be
Giancarlo.
That strikeout, he never throws
Denton.
that pitch twice in a row, and he won the battle because of it.
Hard hit at third. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. And the throw just
Good
does
recovery,
leave him at
good
the bag,
recovery.
so the side is- So
Take
the
it.
next hitter
Kutch has a
today
home
will
run,
be
nice.
Drew
leading
McCutcheon.
off for Philadelphia,
Round-out victim
the left
last
fielder,
time up.
Andrew
Ready, here's the first offering.
McCutcheon.
There's a swing and a ground ball. And this is going to find its way into right for a base hit.
So,
The leadoff man's on to start the
I'm
eighth.
confused as to how the postseason slash LCS
right
MVP
fielder.
works.
Bryce Harper
Right.
will dig
Because
into
I
the
swear
plate.
it shows
Harper
only
on a
LCS stats, but at the same
1 for
time, I
3
don't
thus
know.
far.
It says postseason
This
award.
is pulled into right. Judge
And I don't know.
is
Either
there.
way.
He makes the catch
Either
for
way.
the out.
I'll say who my overall postseason MVP is
Now
either
batting,
way at the end of it.
shortstop,
Now it'll be the
Didi
four-hole hitter, Didi
Gregorius.
Gregorius. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Big swing, but he just gets a piece of it. Strike one.
I want one Yankee Stadium home run for Didi. Come on. For old time's sake.
The 0-1 delivery. He's on the move again. For
Outside,
first.
that's a ball.
Pitch outside. The
Fuck
throw.
you, Gary Sanchez.
And it skips in as he steals the bag easily.
Andrew McCutcheon getting people a
Clearly,
taco.
They're not satisfied with the lead they're working with right now, and I like that. You don't want to disrespect your opponent and do that in a blowout game, but I don't think you
Not a
can
blowout
be
yet.
comfortable with a 5-run lead, and now they've got a chance to add on to it.
Damn it!
Toward right center field.
I'm trying too hard with
Gardner's
Didi right
after
now.
him.
Tag with Kutch.
He gets there to put it away, but the runner tags and breaks for third. And he's up to third safely now with 2 gone in the inning.
Okay, Reese,
Next
let's
to
see what
bat
you
will be
got.
Reese
Now batting,
Hoskins.
the first
A
base,
solo shot for him in his last at-bat.
Hoskins.
And hey, it was a breaking ball to boot. This guy's a pretty good off-speed.
Nice.
You could tell by that last at-bat.
Reese putting his hat in for World Series MVP. He's been doing our productivity. Very productive.
It's a 6-0 ball game.
Now batting,
So
catcher,
Hoskins,
Blake
Realmuto,
Realmuto,
Harper,
the
and
round-out victim last time up.
Boy, he had to be sitting on a
That's
fastball
it, home
hero
run.
right there because he pulls this one and gets the barrel to it to drive
That's a
that
good
runner
4.
in from third. Yeah, Dan, you
Harper,
can tell
Hoskins,
he's-
Realmuto. I hit
Have
the
to
one with
leave it
Hoskins
there.
and
Play is
Harper.
made here to-
We got the other one. Oh, Kutch. Duh. I forgot about Kutch.
In
leading
now,
off for the Yankees,
You
got
go,
on
Lance.
the
one
catcher,
and
Only at 70 pitches.
Gary
Right down Broadway that time,
Sanchez.
strike one.
That's a pitch he'd like to have back. You're not
Nope.
going to see
Like, I'm
very
just
many
bending this
pitches
team
like
over,
that
and I love
from
it.
a
Because
pitcher of
one,
his
fuck the
quality.
Yankees.
I'm sure he'd like to have
And
that
two,
one back to take a swing
fuck
at.
the
Oh,
Yankees.
that's out.
Outside, 2-1. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
It's so
now.
weird playing as them and the Astros, because fuck the Astros. When I do their runs.
3 and 2.
Buckled
Just
him, but
missed.
it's full 3 and 2. High and
he
deep
just
down the
missed
left field line. And this is going to wind up a foul
I go
ball.
inside a little bit more of that cut.
3.
Nice.
A cold strike
Ooh,
3.
that wasn't even
Cut
close to being a ball,
fastballs
dude.
in
Sit
there.
your ass
That's out
down.
number 1.
You're strikeout number 44 in this series.
First
Up next
pitch
for
of
the
at-bat.
The first baseman,
Runs on with 1 gone
Luke.
here as he looks at a called strike 1.
Boyd.
It's been more than 2 innings since this guy's allowed anywhere to reach base. He looks pretty unbeatable on the bump right now.
And he
45.
struck him out as well. So the bottom of the order providing little resistance here, and there are 2 away.
Now
Lynn
batting,
looks in. First
the
pitch
center
on the way.
fielder,
Gardner
Brett.
is in
Right now they're
two
averaging
away.
15 strikeouts a
Strike
game.
1.
That's unholy bad.
Swinging
0-2 is the count.
strike, and now it's 0-2.
So far, this has been a terrific outing for this guy. Throwing well, keeping his pitches to a minimum, locating his fastball to both sides of
All right, Lance, 83 pitches. I'm satisfied with you. I would go put you out there for a complete game, but I don't know if the bullpen work out. Damn it, they brought in a lefty.
Number 58.
Need back-to-back home runs right now. Segura. No, it won't matter because he's got to face 3.
It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
Hey, the rare Gene Segura base hit in October.
And this will make its way into center field for a base hit, and the leadoff man's aboard now to open the ninth.
Now batting.
Sometimes you got to tip
the
your
center fielder,
pitcher spot
Adam
his pitch down the zone right
Hazley.
there below the knee. Offensive player was all over it.
And good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Here it comes, 1-0. Ground ball right side.
No way they get to.
Torres picks it up.
Think about
and
it.
the off-balance throw beats
Smart.
him at first, and that's a tough play.
Credit where it's due. That was a smart play.
The batter, number 9.
Here's Jay Bruce now.
Designated hitter, Jay Bruce.
First pitch of the at-bat. Lyons, a native Texan. He was a 9th-round pick back in the 2010 first-year player draft.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the
Damn,
career he
I thought that was a
has being
curveball that was
drafted
going to
where
break
he
out of the
was,
zone.
my hat's off.
But the dude doesn't even have a curveball, so way to go me. Ooh, Scott Kingery's going to get a lefty.
Nope, that's
That was a
ball.
really tough
1
take.
and 2.
That was a
I got to count
nasty
1 and 2.
sweeping slider right
That
there.
was.
If he was able to just catch the back door a little bit, he would have picked up that backwards K.
Now a ball
Stay
hit
fair.
hard toward first.
Oh, it did.
And that's a fair ball as this one will get down the line.
Another postseason RBI
Round
for
is
Jay
officially
Bruce.
underway. It is 7-0.
Up next for Philadelphia,
He was able
third
to
baseman.
recognize that pitch.
That was a
God.
really good pitch to hit, too. I'm mad that I was only
Able
single.
to
But
pull it down the line for a nice base hit.
Counts 1-0.
And this is taken outside for ball 1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point.
have I shut them out in all 3 games to this point, too?
A
I
ball
had
and
to
a
have, dude. If I'm
strike to
striking them out that much, they're not
Philly.
scoring runs. Yeah, because Game 2 was a 1-0 win, and Game 1 was a 7-0 win.
Pulled high in
Damn,
the air
just
out
missed
to
that one.
left field. Under it now is Stanton to make the catch.
Ooh,
They're
Koch is
off
going to
the
get to
way
face a
now.
lefty, because he's hitting second.
Up
Here's
next for
Andrew
Philadelphia,
McCutcheon now. Went
the
deep
left
earlier,
fielder,
and he's 2 for 4
Andrew
to this point.
McCutcheon.
First pitch on its way.
Nope.
And that misses
A lot of good
outside.
stances. A lot of guys I liked hitting with on this team. I was surprised by that. Didi Gregorius and Andrew McCutcheon especially, but... Damn.
Popped up, back behind second. Torres is there for it. And that ends the inning.
Okay.
And that sends DJ LeMahieu into the box. He'll lead
Leading
things
off
here
for
in
the
ninth.
Yankees.
These
Lefties
guys
warmed
in
up. That's
danger
the
of
shortstop,
falling into a very
DJ
difficult to escape
LeMahieu.
Jose Alvarez,
Ladies and gentlemen,
5'11"
your
inches,
attention,
Whoa,
please.
let's down.
reliever enters
Now
to
pitching
take
for
over
the
on the mound
Phillies.
now.
Probably should have just stuck
Number
with one, but it is what it is. I want Alvarez to get 0 right down. He deserves better.
Lifted down the
Alvarez.
The
line
year he
left.
had.
And this will wind up a foul ball. Alvarez has seen his
He's having an ugly looking postseason ERA.
lefty
Right.
specialists going the way
Oh, shit, I
of
didn't realize it
the
was
dodo as a
curveball.
part of MLB's pace of play initiative.
Oh well, guess it worked.
Strike 3 on a pitch in the dirt.
And there's number
And he makes
46,
the
by
throw
the way.
first.
I
LeMahieu
believe.
retired, and there's one
Now
away.
batting, number 29.
Ball.
And a layoff
But if it is
fastball here.
46, I know it's at least 46. I don't know if it's 46 or 47. No, it's 46.
Now the pitch. Ooh, pulled the
It's
definitely
string
1-1.
and had him way out in front, a ball and a strike. Now one hit foul over to the right side as the count moves to 1-2. Here's the pitch.
Oh man, how do you get a piece of that? 47.
Out as well, so make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faced.
Just to double check. 2 outs in the inning. We had 39 strikeouts going into this game. We have 8 more, so yeah, that's 47.
Now batting, second baseman,
Now pitch on the way.
Labor.
Ball, that's outside.
Fastball here as
Torres.
it's a look at ball 1, 1-0. Bases are empty here. to
Aye.
China. And that gets the black on
1-1.
the outside. A good slider that time.
Ball.
2-1.
Oh,
Damn.
see, like I didn't get the call that time.
After those two breaking balls
Kinda
missed,
dumb.
you have to be sitting on a fastball right here.
That's ball 3.
Wow, one of them might actually work a walk
If
here.
you're
I'm
at the plate
surprised.
right now, you have to realize who's on deck. I guarantee
Nope.
you something's over the heart of the plate.
So 3 straight games, the Yankees have been shut out, and they've struck out 47
Brings it
times in
and
3
the Phillies
games.
are one step away from a sweep.
So on average,
Commanding
47 divided by 3, that's 15.6 continuously strikeouts per game.
One win away from a sweep of this fall classic, guys.
Yeah, it's been totally one-sided so far, Matt. A bit more of the same, and they'll be raising the trophy. It's all working for this team right now.
Now, what about the Yankees?
Well, here's the bad news. No team has ever come back from a 3-0 deficit to win a World Series. It's been done in the ALCS, so
Most
we know it's not
strikeouts
impossible.
in
But before they
a
start entertaining
4
miracles, they got to see if they can just win one game.
game series. In case we sweep. Which right now we're down 2-0, so the Toronto Blue Jays now find themselves in the record books for all the wrong reasons. It's Josh Donaldson's punch out to end the 8th inning Thursday. So I would need to strike out 11 more batters because the Houston Astros set in August 5th of 2016, or at least that's when this article is written. The Houston Astros set a major league record for most strikeouts by a club over a 4-game series with 59. Let's see, most strikeouts in a World Series. Bob Gibson. Most strikeouts by pitcher. I want to say by team. Bob Gibson had 35 strikeouts. That was the most in a single World Series. I guess there's no way to check by team. I'm sure I could figure it out eventually. But right now, Garrett Cole's holding us to 2 hits, no runs. They have 7 hits, 2 runs off of, I'm guessing, Zach Wheeler. But the question is how many strikeouts. Because while I don't know how many strikeouts there have been for the most strikeouts by a team in the World Series, I do know what the most for a 4-game set in the regular season is. That's 58, 59, 59. It was 59. Because I need 11 to tie. Which, oddly enough, does not sound too out of reach. Like, doesn't sound unrealistic, considering how bad this team is playing right now.
Josh Kingery.
But they got shut out for the first 28 innings of the World Series before they finally got a run.
The 1-0. Into center field, line drive, base hit.
But the Commissioner's Trophy is back in New York, at least. Right? Just might not belong to
The
New
left
York.
fielder, number
We'll
22,
see.
Andrew McCutcheon.
So the next hitter to dig in will be Andrew McCutcheon.
Damn it, Koch, that was off the
He'll
plate.
promptly send it in the air out to center field.
I like how I say that as if, like, I wasn't the one controlling it. Alright, Garrett Cole's pitch count is a lot higher here than it was in Game 1 at this point, so that's nice.
The right fielder, number 3,
1 for 2
Bryce
with a base hit back in the first
Harper.
inning of play. Comes set. Here's the 0-0.
Terrible jump, Scott Kingery.
Knocked him up. Stanton coming on.
He's there. Jogging means they're there
Makes
every
the
time.
running play. 2 down. So it's a
Now
runner
batting,
at first and 2
the
men
shortstop,
out. And that'll bring up
Didi
Didi Gregorius.
Gregorius.
As a look now to pitch. Hit hard on the ground towards
Damn
second.
it.
Torres has it.
Slide step fucked
Throw
me
on
up.
to first. Cameron, and the inning is
How many strikeouts does Wheeler have? 6.
Leading off for the Yankees,
So I need 5 more to tie a
The
4-game
catcher.
series record.
Gary
1 for 6.
Sanchez.
Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
Zach Wheeler not doing too hot in the postseason, though.
And it's 0-2 to Sanchez.
Took the loss in Game 4 of the
You know, when a guy
LCS,
starts to get tired,
and now is on the hook for the loss in the World
offense
Series
breaks
Game
and
4.
stuff start to flat.
Ball,
now,
that's
but
off the plate.
That's not the case here. Still has really nice finish on that slider, as we just saw.
This is foul right
So we had
side.
48, and now we've got, he had 6, so that means we're at 54.
There's
And
a
Zach
base
Wheeler's
hit
going to
on
get
the line.
one more batter minimum.
Leadoff man reaches in their half of the 6th.
Hey, some guys can handle the postseason lights, and this is obviously one
Now
of them.
batting,
Another
first
base
baseman,
hit, leading off
Luke.
for the boys. This guy's had a monster
Boy.
postseason so far.
Under it is Harper, and Bryce has got it for the first down.
Oh, Wheeler's at 90 pitches too, so yeah, this is
Digging
definitely his
into
last
The
Brett
inning.
center
again.
fielder,
Brett
number
Gardner.
11.
He laid down a
Brett.
sacrifice
Let's sit down
bunt
Adam
in his
Morgan,
last
sorry,
start.
Anthony, for
Not
the
easy
seventh.
to do in today's game. High
And the other guy, I can't remember his name. How to pronounce it.
He
Off the plate, ball
executed
one.
that sack bunt perfectly.
1-0 the count. And
2 balls,
2-0 as this
no
one's
strike.
taken low.
Clearly working the bottom of the zone, trying to get the ground ball for a double play.
Shit. Okay, Zach Wheeler, you're done.
Towards short. He gets dirty, but he can't make the play. It's a base hit.
Count leverage right there, sitting dead red fastball, and he didn't
The batter,
miss it. Nice
the
swing
shortstop,
right there. Driving
DJ.
it.
Victor now.
LeMahieu.
Here's
Your
the
attention,
Philadelphia
please.
manager on his way
Now
out to the
pitching
mound
for
now.
Philadelphia,
And
No chance
that is
of
number
gonna be all for
64,
Zach Wheeler.
Victor
He'll just step on
Arano.
first here to take the shooter out.
Arano. See, I thought there was a D in his name.
The batter, number
Trying to keep
29.
the deficit right where it is. The pitch. Gio Urshela is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. Comes set. The 0-1.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Well, the Yankees have
You need
been
to get
searching
Urshela
for that
here,
big
because
hit
then I don't
pretty
want to
much
face the number 3 hitter.
all game. It remains to see if they can get it, but
Come on,
now sure
Gene.
would be a good time.
Oh, you actually made a play.
There,
Thank
and
you.
he puts this one away for the... Now at the plate, Reese Hoskins. He'll lead
Leading off for
things
the
off
Phillies,
against Garrett Cole.
The first baseman,
Starting to
number
run out
17.
of time. They haven't been able
Reese
to score any
Hoskins.
runs as we're moving late into this.
Damn it,
A
dude.
perfect time for this leadoff guy.
If I swung
to
on
try to
time with
get
that
on
pitch,
base
that's
and
gone.
ignite a rally.
And this will be pulled in just in front of the warning track for the first down.
Now batting, catcher,
Riding
JT
in once again,
Real
JT
Muto.
Real Muto. And he's likely just trying to put one in play here. 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts thus far.
Damn.
Fly ball out toward left center field.
I'm doing good with my timing and my contact, but there is this little bullshit in this game where if you look at his confidence, which is pretty damn high, pitches like that don't turn out to have the same result that they should have.
Here's the first pitch to him. Liner towards second.
Hey, look at Gene
And
Segura.
that'll get down for a 2-out
Got
single.
lucky there that it got past LeMahieu's glove. Getting base hits, it's very rare.
Boy, dear, it's about time they got something brewing here. First pitch,
Now
single.
batting, the
Maybe
center
now they can
fielder,
start to get some
Adam
traffic on the bases.
Hazley.
Yeah, absolutely, Dan. Ambush tactics, not always the play. You want to drive that.
Adam Hazley?
Hang on.
Adam
This ball is
Hazley.
smoked to right, and I don't
2-run
think
home run
this
into the
one's
second
coming
deck that
back.
ties it
No
off Garrett
chance.
Cole.
It's gone.
Adam Hazley just put us right back in this game.
I mean, you have to love the World Series. What a game we have right now. Home run ties it late. Place is going absolutely bananas.
I mean,
Would
it's
you
top
rather
of
be
oh yeah,
anywhere
top of the
else?
seventh.
The batter, number 9, designated hitter,
It's unreal that Adam
Jay
Hazley just did that.
Bruce.
Ground
Just
ball
save Zach
right
Wheeler.
into the shift. LeMahieu's got it on to first,
Oh.
and this will remain a tie. And that'll
I'm just
bring
gonna
up
stick
Gleyber
with
Torres.
Moreno for now.
Leading off
Moreno.
for the
That's
Yankees,
in there for strike
the
1.
second baseman,
Hey, great job.
Gleyber.
pounding his own strike
Wait,
one.
no, I'm not. I gotta-
Torres.
I mean, I will
Dude,
since he's
gotta
already
get
out there.
ahead.
I'll give him a
Count
1 batter
leverage is
minimum.
a must.
1 batter leash.
Ready on 0-2. And a
55.
changeup swung on and missed for the first down.
Well, he certainly wasn't intimidated.
Yeah, one guy in the
on
stands.
mound.
No!
He had to
Up
stare
next
down
for
a
the Yankees,
really good hitter, and
the
instead
right
of
fielder,
working around the zone,
Aaron.
Have a
challenged
plan.
him with 3 straight
Judge.
good pitches.
And it
I like
involves
that he didn't
Vince
give his opponent too much
Velasquez.
credit. Good spot to be in right now as a hitter. Count your favorite 1-0. Good time to
It
get a
would involve
fastball
Zach
to turn
Eflin,
it
but I
loose.
don't know if we lose this game, who starts game 5. If they go
Oh,
Nola,
that's out.
Fastball,
or if
but
they
he's able
go
to hold off
Eflin.
on it, and it's 2-1 now.
No, that's
He
down.
flinched at it.
Ball 3.
Every base runner in a close game like this really matters. So
You're lucky he
can't
bailed you out
afford
there.
to
That
be
slider
giving
did not
out
slide. That would have been
free
ball 4.
passes this late.
3-2 pitch.
And instead he's number
Swing and a miss.
56.
That's strike 3.
That was a big strike out there, guys. The best pitchers have the ability to
Now
strike
batting.
guys
Ball
out.
one.
The
See, why didn't I get
hitter.
that call?
And
Sometimes
that
that's a strike,
was
but I haven't set to
Not
perfect.
too hard.
game could be something we look back on later when the game's over.
2 runs, 9 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far.
Look at Gene Segura making plays all of a sudden.
Here in the 7th.
Your
Jonathan
attention,
Holder
please.
has been summoned from the
Now
bullpen
pitching
as
for the
he'll do
Yankees.
so to start the 8th.
Number
We're a
56.
bullpen game now, tied in game 4, 2-2.
Jonathan
Kingery. Pitch on
Holder.
the way. Hit hard back up the middle.
Scott Kingery is getting some knocks here in the World Series. His World Series batting average is going to be up there.
Here to start the 8th inning.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his
Chance at
front
World Series
foot in,
MVP.
Number
kept his
22.
hands inside the baseball,
Andrew
ripped the base hit up.
McCutcheon.
If you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes
Wow.
even when you make
No
a good
strike.
pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
Now some action out in the bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander begin throwing. And this one gets away.
I was thinking about running on the next pitch too, but I'll take that.
Well ahead of the throw.
Beautiful wild
Very
pitch.
big mistake, as that'll move the possible go-ahead run into
I could bunt
scoring
here.
position.
I'm not going to, but
Now a
and I'm
line
glad I
drive,
didn't.
And that may be enough to break our tie. That's down for
That might be World
extra
Series MVP Andrew McCutcheon to
And
you.
the run is in to score from second. And
Okay,
he will
so my play no
pull
longer
into
involves
second
Vince
with an
Velasquez.
RBI double.
Instead, it
Select
involves
fielder, number 3.
sitting down
Feel really
Vince
good. When you
Velasquez.
sit late in the game, you come up with a
Warming
big
up Hector
RBI
Neris.
base hit right here to give your team the lead.
Yeah, no one remembers that ground ball with eyes in the top of the second inning. You want to show up when the game is on the
Bryce
line.
Harper's now
Can
just
you
6
quiet
defensive
your
outs away from getting a ring.
emotions down, take the crowd out of it, and slow yourself
If this
down
lead
enough to
holds.
come through, and that's exactly what he did.
Holder has proven to be a guy that throws strikes coming out of the pen and doesn't walk a lot of batters.
Oh my God! Those were 2 great pitches, and I was just out in front of both of them.
That they know one thing: he's going to throw strikes and not beat himself. And this guy is certainly not afraid to attack. The
And then
strike.
that.
And this
Fuck
is
me.
swung on and missed, and
That's
boy,
terrible
they
at
took
that.
care of a key man there. 1 away.
The batter.
So now to the
The
plate,
shortstop.
Didi
Come on,
Gregorius.
Didi.
Didi
Here comes the first
Gregorius.
pitch.
Didi! He did it!
Belts a ball to right field.
Didi
This
put the
is
final
carried
nail in the
well.
Yankees'
Into
coffin.
the second deck and gone.
Every run.
I wanted one
is
Yankee
a
Stadium
game.
home
And
run.
with this one on the board, they're now up 3 and only need 6 outs to
Toss
end
that
it.
bat,
They've got a
baby.
little room for error, and I'm sure they'd like to add to that.
Ladies and
even
Beautiful.
more
gentlemen,
if they can.
your
Adam
attention, please.
Ottavino gets the call as
Now
he'll pitch
pitching
with
for the
1
New York
gone
Now on
in
a
the top of the
5-2
game.
lead with
Number
this
0.
bullpen. We're getting a ring. We're getting a sweep.
Next to bat will be
Ottavino.
Rhys Hoskins.
Fuck the
Look at
Yankees.
pitch
Fuck
too low.
Hubs.
It's
Count
ball
1-0.
We could really use a knock here.
Now the
for
question is,
3
can I
in
get
the game
60
so
strikeouts,
far.
though? I got 6 outs to work with.
Left side. And that's the second out.
I would use Sir Anthony because I think he's got better stuff for strikeouts.
Now
But I
batting.
gotta go Hector Neris. He
catcher.
deserves
Stepping into
the
the box,
pitches.
JT Realmuto. He
Realmuto.
flew out in his last at bat. He's set and the pitch.
Nope. Ball 1.
3 runs already home here. And he
Damn,
couldn't
that was
get
way
on
too
top
inside.
of it as this has popped up behind shortstop.
I wasn't even trying to get on top of it. I was just trying to get the bat head to it. Trying to get my hands
Digging
in.
into the batter's
Okay,
box next
so we're
will be
gonna go
Giancarlo
to
Stanton.
Daenerys.
Leading
Start
off
out
for the
inning, it looks like
Yankees.
they've just
And how many strikeouts am I at again? I think 55 or 56. 40%. I'm at 56, so I need 3 to tie
The left
4
fielder.
the same
for a
reliever.
4-game series.
Giancarlo.
They have that.
1-0.
I think the way he gets the last
2
inning
outs
kinda
that can't
inspired
be
that. But it's not
strikeouts to
uncommon
work
for
with.
relief pitchers
Ball.
to have troubles after they sit and watch
2-0.
the guys swing the bat. We'll see if he stays as sharp as he was
2
before.
balls.
I don't have a
1
slider to
ball.
throw down on the way to Stanton, so I gotta
Good
work
luck with that
around him a
pitch.
little
That
bit
pitch
more
was
than
an
usual.
Absolute nightmare, almost unhittable. Nasty downward action, high 80s velocity.
57.
Swinging on the split fingered pitch, and that's out number 1.
You know what was really impressive to me about that strikeout? He fell behind
Up
2-0
next
to
for the
start
Yankees.
at bat.
All
The
1's the
catcher.
count.
Bad place to be.
Gary.
Then he kind of refocused himself. and got right back with
That was
3
terrible.
quality
No ball,
pitches
2
in a row
strikes.
to sit him down. That's not easy to do, but now his focus
1 ball,
has
2
to
strikes,
hone in
down.
on getting ahead on the
I
next
also
guy.
need to
1 and
do
2
this
to the
before I do
Yankees
that.
catcher. The 1-2 is a
58.
swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
No problems for him on the mound since he's come out of the pen to start this inning.
The
That's
batter,
back-to-back
the
Ks.
first
He's
baseman,
making it look pretty easy. This has the makings of a good
Boyd.
outing so far.
Boyd is at the plate and he checks his swing for ball one. Neris, 30 years of age. He's a veteran of 7 years at the major league level. Kingery's there. And
Nice.
8 innings have come and gone
It's my
now.
58, so I need 1 to tie the record, 2 to set it, and I got 3 outs.
Your attention, please.
Of course they brought in the fucking lefty. You know what, Gene Segura? Power swing. I'm power swinging here.
Richard.
And I just missed that. If I sat on that and let it get deep in the zone and went the other way, instead of rolling over it being extremely early like I was, that might have actually gotten out. Adam Hazley,
The center fielder.
Adam Hazley
Adam
is working on a win for 2 games so far.
The last at bat, Matty D, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball.
Have you heard that?
We'll
'Cause
see
I haven't
if
heard
he
a damn
pitches
thing
him
about
little
this
bit
kid.
differently this time and mix in some off-speed pitches.
The 0-1 pitch. Hit down the third baseline. Reined in.
That's an unnecessary
And
jump
the
throw.
off-balance throw gets him. Nice play. For
Fitting
the out.
though, what could be the last at bat for us
Now
is going to go to
batting,
Jay Bruce.
designated hitter.
Into the box.
Jay
Bruce. He got on top of one and was a ground out.
Unless it goes
victim
deep here.
last time. He's set. Here it comes.
No.
Pitch popped up. Urshela in foul
No
ground.
chance.
And no one will track it down. 2 out, nobody on.
Damn, I was so late on that. I thought it was going to be a breaking ball.
What I love right there is just the freedom in that hack. He ain't trying to do anything but hit the baseball as far as he can.
Ooh, these are good pitches. Alright, whatever. Okay, I need 3 outs to win the World Series. Hopefully I can get 2 strikeouts. David Robertson,
Leading
do
off
your
for the
thing.
Yankees, the center fielder, Red.
Another former Yankee.
Gardner.
Foul. Nice.
That's foul.
The 0-1.
Nope.
Tried to throw the fastball by him, but it's high.
I got the count 1 and 2.
Toward the
Shit.
gap in right center. This is
Okay,
gonna
that's
be a
also
base
not
hit,
at all
and
good.
he may take that big turn at first.
Hazley, what are you doing? You can't tumble when you pick that up, dude.
And the Yankees are in business here. It's a leadoff double.
Managers
Now
these days
batting,
like to think
shortstop,
of that right-hole hitter
DJ.
as the second
Well,
leadoff man.
Love
and he plays the role
Mayhew.
pretty well right here. Gets the leadoff double, and now he gives the real leadoff man a chance to bring him home.
1 and 1.
The 1-1 pitch. Looked like that one
The
tied him
count
up a
is
bit.
1
A
and
swing
2.
and a miss. And here's a
59,
slider.
tied the
Strike three
record.
called, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
Now, for my
Digging in,
OCD's sake, and because I
Gio
want the
Urshela.
record,
It was a
Number
flyout
29.
for him in his
I got
last
2 outs to
trip.
get 1 strikeout.
0-1, no
Strikes
strike.
to count.
Ball
2-0
upstairs.
now.
The last thing you want to do when you've got a 3-run lead in the ninth is
Okay.
have the other
Yeah,
guys
this is
any
not going
sense
too
of
well
hope.
right now, David
It's a
Robertson.
good
Not
time
gonna lie.
to challenge here on 2-0.
Giving a lot of hope.
Especially
You just brought the tying run to the
chance
plate.
he's taking until he gets a strike.
And that misses ball 4. So it's
I
first
want you to
and
get the-
second.
Now batting, second
Okay, David
baseman,
Robertson, you're coming out of the game.
It's going to get down for a base hit.
Torres.
And that'll float the runner from second and make it a bit
Not gonna
more
lie,
interesting. It's
not
5-3 now.
proud of that performance, David
He's got to
Robertson.
feel pretty good about
Now
that.
batting,
Not only did he have a
the right
great
fielder,
AB, first pitch
Aaron
back in, but he smoked that
Judge.
ball, makes it a ribby knock.
Your attention, please.
Ball at
Now
the
pitching
time.
for Philadelphia,
Clearly did not have it to
number
you.
58,
He was going to get
Mr. Anthony
Boy,
does.
he served turn
Dominguez.
buggy with that.
Good slider.
I got
and
1
a
ball,
strike
1
now.
strike.
Runners are at the corners with 1 man out.
1 ball.
It's a ball
2
and 2
strikes.
strikes now to Aaron Judge.
Big pitch coming up right here. He loves
60.
a ground ball or strikeout.
101 on the
Got him.
gun.
And he
Beautiful.
goes down on strikes for the 3rd time. And that'll bring up Miguel
Now
Andujar.
batting,
And
the
their
designated
season
hitter,
hangs in the balance.
Oh, this
Michel.
is such a dumb out to end the World
Ah,
Series, but
oh.
Harper gets to make the play. Phillies win the World
Sound
Series.
the Liberty Bell. The Philadelphia Phillies have done it. They've won the World Series.
With 60 strikeouts as a team, the Yankees got 4-0'd. How do you strike out 60 times in 4 games? That's literally an average of 15 per game.
Wow! World Series champions. The only thing that could have made this sweeter would have been doing it in front of the home crowd. But hey, they're not complaining. Believe me, Now they can look forward to celebrating during the parade as they bring the World Series trophy home. What a moment for this team, this organization, and that city.
Back now on the show. More reactions now to this series-clinching victory.
Didi got to go yard one last time in Yankee Stadium in the World Series, no less. Just to end their season, though. Plus 12 in the team affinity, we are World Series champions. From projected to win 83 wins, to win 83 games, we won 127, 35 losses. First in the NL East. Grade A, not A+, amazing. Looking at the chart, looks like our hottest stretches were, well, the biggest one that really stands out is at about game 82 maybe or so. So the halfway point in the season. From there to about game 199 probably. And then another one shortly thereafter from game like 103 or so to game 120, just about 119. Then towards the end of the year too, I know we had a big win streak to end the year. Right around game 140 all the way up to game 158 probably. I don't know. Take a look at the the player boost. Oh, we actually, so right here we finished with a ranked 14th overall, 15th or 14th. I want to say 14th. Either way, we finished top 5. We had 4th best team on paper. We had 16th in contact, 13th in power, 2nd in pitching, which is a huge turnaround, 11th in defense, 4th in speed. Take a look at the player boosts. Starting with Rhys Hoskins, which was a normal boost. I got him. Corey Kluber was through the trade. I got him. Lance Lynn was through a trade. I got him. Bryce Harper was a regular one. Scott Kingery was a regular one. So I only had 5 player boosts. I don't believe I had any player boosts that I just didn't get. I actually had one with Zach Eflin for a no-hitter opportunity that didn't turn into anything. We'll take a look at the stats. Starting with the pitchers in the postseason. Zach Eflin didn't pitch. Jake Arrieta, 4 innings, 6 strikeouts, no runs across 2 games. How many hits is that? 3 hits. Adam Morgan, 1 appearance, 1 inning, 1 strikeout, no bases, no hits, no walks, no runs. Jose Alvarez, 4 1/3 innings pitched across, so it's got to be 5 appearances then, or no, 4 games. Sorry, 4 1/3 innings pitched across 4 games. He struck out 7 batters, but he did give up 2 hits, including 2 runs and 1 home run. So his ERA was 4.15 and a .46 WHIP. Everyone else here, actually Arrieta had a .75 WHIP. Everyone else here had zeros across the board. Hector Neris, 3 appearances, 3 innings, 7 strikeouts, 0 hits, 0 runs, 0 walks, 0 ERA, 0 WHIP. Sir Anthony Dominguez, 3 2/3 innings pitched across 3 games, struck out 8 batters, no runs, no walks, 0 ERA, 0 WHIP. David Robertson, towards the end there, not looking too good. He pitched 1 1/3 innings, so he had 1 save. He got 1 save in the, I want to say the LDS. And then from there, I just never used him again until Game 4 of the World Series. So I guess the rest was not good for him because he walked 1, struck out only 3. His ERA was 6.75, 3 WHIP. In those 2 games, he gave up 1. He got 1 hold. He gave up 3 hits, 1 run, and that was not good for me. Zach Wheeler also not really that good. 0-1. He had 2 starts. He pitched 10 1/3 innings. He took our only postseason loss. He walked 3 guys. He struck out 12. He gave up 14 hits, 5 runs. Got taken deep once for an ERA of 4.35 and a WHIP of 1.65. Vince Velasquez, 1 appearance, 1 inning, 1 strikeout, no hits, no runs, no walks, zeros for the ERA and WHIP. Victor Areno was actually really good. 5 1/3 innings pitched out of the bullpen. He struck out 11. In 4 games, he didn't give up a single hit or run, so his ERA and WHIP were both 0. 5 1/3. 11 strikeouts through 5 1/3 would be 4 or 5 outs that weren't strikeouts. That's it. I don't know. Not quick math in my head. Lance Lynn, really great trade pickup. 23 1/3 innings pitched. He got only 2 starts, but he went 2-0 in those starts. He walked 2. He struck out 21. He had 3 starts actually. He went 2-0. In those, he gave up 12 hits, 3 runs, 1 hit by a pitch. So his ERA was 1.16 and his WHIP was .60. Aaron Nola was incredible. 4 starts, he went 4-0. 28 innings pitched. He walked 1 batter, struck out 49 batters. In those 4 games, in those 4 starts, he only gave up 3 runs on 18 hits. Good for an ERA of .96 and a WHIP of .68. And as if that, I'm actually going to look something up quick here too. Most strikeouts in a postseason. I don't want. Okay, here we go. Single season. Strikeouts. Let's see. That's per 9. Career season 56. So okay, he was shy of the record. Let's see. Let's see if there's any other things here I want to look at just while I'm here. So the 49 strikeouts is second most all-time in a single postseason. But he did it in half the innings, just about half the innings. Curt Schilling has the record with 56 strikeouts in a single postseason with 48 1/3 innings pitched. Aaron Nola did it in 28. So at that pace, if Aaron Nola pitched another 20 innings, he would have obliterated the record. So he passed second place, which was Josh Beckett in 03 with 47 strikeouts. He did that in 42 2/3 innings. So that's unreal. I want to see ERA for a single postseason. Oh, a lot of people had 0 ERA in the postseason. Because I know that Corey Kluber had 3 starts. He went 2-0, 25 innings pitched. He walked 2 batters. He struck out 39. And in those 3 starts, he had a complete game shutout. He only gave up 8 hits, 0 runs. Corey Kluber was insane in the postseason. I mean, the whole pitching was in general. I want to see their offensive numbers too. Nola got 2 hits, 2 RBIs. Kluber got 2 hits. Lance Lynn got 3 hits. Nola got 2 RBIs in the World Series, I believe, for that matter, in Game 1. And that's it. That was it for pitching offense. Okay, let's look at the offensive. Everyone else in the postseason. Logan Forsythe did not play. Andrew Knapp did not play. Josh Harrison had 1 at-bat, and he did nothing. Adam Hazley had 13 at-bats, whether it was pinch hitting or playing DH in those 2 American League games. He had 4 hits, scored 2 runs, 1 home run, 3 RBIs, so 308 average. Solid. Neil Walker had 7 at-bats. He got 2 hits for a 286 average. 1 was a home run, a solo shot, so for an RBI and a run scored. Not bad. Jay Bruce has to be the postseason MVP, absolutely, but I don't even have to go any further. This was a very well-rounded offense, team effort, but Jay Bruce went off. He had 39 at-bats. He had 11 hits for a 282 average, which is good for him. Scored 7 runs. He hit 7 home runs. Jay Bruce hit 7 home runs. 13 RBIs. Jay Bruce was insane. So Jay Bruce, postseason MVP, no doubt. Andrew McCutchen, really good in the postseason as well. In 48 at-bats, he got 13 hits for a 271 average, 4 home runs, 6 RBIs, and 2 stolen bases. Scored 6 runs. Scott Kingery, a little bit of a surprise in the postseason. In 52 at-bats, he had 16 hits for a 308 average, scored 9 runs, hit 3 home runs, which is a surprise to me, 6 RBIs, and a stolen base. Didi Gregorius, little for me, this is quiet. To me, this is quiet for him, I should say, compared to his regular season, what he did, especially in the first half. In 45 at bats, he got 12 hits, 267 average, not bad. 5 runs scored, 4 home runs, 9 RBIs. That's pretty good. Rhys Hoskins he started off slow, came around towards the later half of the postseason. In 44 at bats, he had 10 hits, so 227 average, which is, to be fair for him, sort of on par. Like, it's low, but it's like the low end of the on par part of the spectrum. 5 home runs, 9 RBIs, so he still produced. Gene Segura was god awful. He kind of came back to life a little bit in the World Series, especially in those last 2 games. But in 48 at bats, he only had 7 hits for a 146 average. 2 home runs, 4 RBIs, but still just terrible over our 7 runs scored. Bryce Harper kind of went cold in the postseason as well, for him at least. Again, because in 44 at bats, he only had 11 hits for a 250 average. Still had 4 home runs, 6 RBIs, a stolen base, and he scored 6 runs, but a little low. And JT Realmuto was actually really impressive. In 47 at bats, he had 16 hits, which is tied for the most. 340 average, 4 home runs, 5 RBIs, 2 stolen bases as well, and he scored 11 runs. So if I had to guess, postseason MVP is going to be Jay Bruce, with JT Realmuto as a close second. And then I'd say third would probably be, I don't know, actually. I don't know who's going to be World Series MVP. I'm leaning towards Jay Bruce a little bit, but I'm thinking there's a chance that it's Kingery or Realmuto. We'll take a look at the regular season numbers, starting with the pitchers. Zach Eflin got his overall up to 79. He's only 25 years old, still got time to improve, and I think he's got it. What am I looking at? Okay. So yeah, Zach Eflin, not bad. Didn't do too well for me. He was my 5th. He did all right. He was my number 5 pitcher, so he never really left the rotation. He started 34 games. That's a career high. I went 15-5, both career numbers. 213 in the 3rd innings pitched, a lot more than his career high. 185 strikeouts, career high. 4.22 ERA and a 1.23 whip. The whip is all right, and the ERA could be better, but definitely acceptable. As a number 5 starter, that's all right. Good for a WAR 3.1. Worth the money. He also got 10 hits and drove in 2 runs. So that's all right. Again, 5th starter, we'll take it. Jake Arrieta, I was hoping to get him back to his old form a little bit. His overall went down to 73, and he's past his prime. He's over the mountain. He's coming down. I'd say he probably wasn't worth the contract this year. He ended up going into the bullpen, so he played in 28 games, pitched in 28 games, but I want to see his hitting stats. Oh yeah, he can hit. But he only started 16 games. So he went 11-3, which most wins since 2017 for him. Only 3 losses. 117 2/3 innings pitched is down. His numbers are going down. The earned runs are down, but the innings are also down. Home runs down. Struck out 113, but his ERA was high, 4.44, which is down from last year at least. 1.32 WHIP is not really terrible. It's close to league average, so it's all right. A WAR of 1.2. Like I said, probably not worth $25 million, but we got a ring, so you can't really question anything. Adam Morgan, overall went up to 76. This bullpen was weird because there's not, other than the big 3 of Sir Anthony Dominguez, Hector Neris, and David Robertson, I can't tell you much about these guys, like based on their names. But with that being said, his overall went up, so that's cool. He made 43 appearances. I went to the bullpen a lot, I feel, especially in the first half. First half, the starting pitching was not there. The offense carried the freight, namely on the back of Didi Gregorius, who really slowed and cooled down in the second half, but that's fine. 43 games for Adam Morgan, 43 appearances, 2 wins, a loss, no saves, 2 blown saves, 8 holds, 42 and a third innings pitched. He struck out 46, only got 14 earned runs. So an ERA of 2.98 is solid, definitely great to have in the bullpen, and a WHIP of 1.04 is awesome. For a WAR of 0.8, worth every penny. That's awesome. Jose Alvarez, overall went up to 79, one tick away from going gold. 30 years old, 6 years in the bigs. I gotta check to see these guys' offensive numbers. Did Arrieta do any hitting? Arrieta got 5 hits, including a triple. So not bad. Adam Morgan, no at-bats. Jose Alvarez. So Jose Alvarez made 45 appearances, 7 wins, no losses, no saves, 1 blown save, but no losses. 10 holds, 47 innings pitched evenly. He only gave up 6 earned runs. Talk about dependable. 51 strikeouts, a 1.15 ERA, and a .89 WHIP. Not only is this dependable and consistent, but this is lights out. This is incredible. Good for a WAR of 1.2 out of the bullpen. Worth every penny and then some. Hector Neris. His overall didn't change. 83. So he's gold. Oh, I'm getting tagged in something. Okay, so yeah, Neris, for me, it's his control. The fact that he had 3 pitches that were all fastball, splitter, 4-seam, 2-seam. His home runs per 9 a little bit low, even though it went up. And his control, velocity, you know, just as a closer, yeah, you could use him as a closer, but for me personally, I think you need a little bit better than that to be like elite, and I want elite, so... not to say that he had a bad year, though. He definitely had a good year. Oh, my God, he had a great year. He had 28 appearances, 2 wins, no losses, only 5 saves. I made that switch early. 1 blown save, 6 holds. So only 28 and a third innings pitched, but in that time, he only gave up 14 hits. He only gave up 2 runs. Not a single home run, only 6 walks, 31 strikeouts. I know the innings pitched is low, but a .64 ERA and a .71 WHIP is unheard of. With a 1.0 WAR, if the innings pitched were higher and those numbers were there, that's Cy Young numbers out of the bullpen. Worth every penny. Sir Anthony Dominguez really surprised me. Overall went all the way up to 83, went gold. Dude's got great stuff. His control and his walks weren't there, but great stuff. He's only 25 too, and it's only his 2nd year, so look for him to develop more. 42 appearances, 5 wins, 1 loss, 4 saves, 2 blown, 20 holds, 44 and 2/3 innings pitched, struck out 57. 3.22 ERA, not bad. It's all right. Low 3s is always good. 105 WHIP is great to see. Good for a WAR 0.5. Worth every penny of the contract. Great to see out of him. David Robertson got his overall all the way up to 86. He went diamond. This was the guy for me. This was my closer. I didn't even need to trade for a bullpen piece because the call up, and B, with his stuff, the break. It's funny that his velocity is that low because to me it wasn't, but yeah, he just... Oh, I gotta check. Hitting stats. He didn't get an at-bat. He didn't get an at-bat. He got 2 at-bats. He got a hit. Sir Anthony Dominguez got a hit. Nice. David Robertson. So yeah, Robertson was great for me. 53 appearances, 43 saves, no wins and losses. 43 saves, that's awesome. Very dependable as a closer. 3 blown saves, whatever, 7 holds. 48 and 2/3 innings pitched. Excuse me. You know, went back to that closer role. He actually started with the Yankees. And was their closer in 2014 when Rivera left. Wow. That's big shoes to fill. Absolutely unreal, though. As a closer, only got taken deep twice. 66 strikeouts. 2.03 ERA is awesome. .95 WHIP, awesome. Good for a WAR of 1.6. Worth the money, worth the ring. Zach Wheeler. Zach Wheeler was an interesting one for me. He carried the rotation through the first half. His numbers were great in the first half. So overall went up to 87, so Zach Wheeler went diamond. He's only 29, so he's got a little bit more room for potential, I suppose. Good stuff. Just all those like high 60s for hits per 9, like all that. Hits per 9, walks per 9, Ks per 9, home runs per 9, clutch. All in the like mid to high 60s. 66 or 69 to be specific. Needs to work on his break and his control a little bit. And just get those up. I didn't check David Robertson. No at-bats, as expected. So Zach Wheeler was really good for me. Holy shit. Okay, so Zach Wheeler's going to win the Cy Young. 32 starts, he went 27-4. 27 wins. 238 and 2/3 innings pitched. The man struck out 247 guys, a 2.68 ERA and a 1.06 whip. Very great whip, very great ERA. Good for a WAR of 5.8. Worth every penny, and I think he will continue to get better. And the fact that he's got 27 wins says to me that he's definitely going to win the Cy Young and most likely going to win the MVP as well. Because he had a very realistic chance at getting 30 wins. He only had one no decision. It's unreal. Vince Velasquez, very early on, he was the 5th man in the bullpen to begin with. His attributes are just kind of low. His overall went up to 76, though, so let's go. Oh, Wheeler, did he do anything offensively? He got 7 hits. Zach Wheeler got 7 hits, scored 6 runs. Zach Wheeler had a home run. 2 RBIs. So Zach Wheeler also went deep once, so that's cool. Good for him. Vince Velasquez, I mean, he's only 27. He's only been around for 2 years of MLB service, at least. He's actually been around since 2015, but that's the point. He started in 18 games, but he made 25 appearances. 9-5, 3 holds, no saves, no blown. 115 and 2/3 innings pitched. 152 strikeouts, like that's solid. The ERA is kind of high. The WHIP is a little bit on the north side too. 4.51 and a 1.39. Good for WAR 2.2. Yeah, he has room to get better, and I think he will. B potential. He's only 27, so we'll see what happens with him. Victor Arano, he was the call-up. One of the I wanted a few call-ups. I wish Alec Boehm got called up. I wish this guy got called up sooner, and I wish there was actually another one. I can't remember his name, but I don't know if it was a starter or a reliever, but at least one more I wish got called up. But Victor Arano went all the way up to gold with his 81 overall. Solid stuff. Didn't do anything offensively. 33 appearances. He went 5-0. No saves. 1 blown save, but no losses. Okay, little interruption there. Yeah, Arano was good though. I mean, more than good. 33 and 1/3 innings pitched. Not a lot of innings, but you know what? I mean, the dude, he struck out 40 guys still, and his ERA was 1.08. His WHIP was 1.02. That's great. 0.9 WAR. That's great. That's great. It's just great. Lance Lynn, the trade piece, got 2 hits, scored 2 runs. Got his overall up to 87. So he's diamond, and Lance Lynn's always a great piece to trade for. He had 34 games start. I don't know what his numbers were when we traded for him, but I knew he was on the Cardinals in 2011. I'm pretty sure he was on the Yankees in 2018. That's what the other team was. But in 34 starts, he went 17-9, 228 and 2/3 innings pitched. Struck out 271. 3.31 ERA, 1.11 WHIP. This is a guy that, you know, could be my number 3 starter. So these are pretty good numbers, especially the strikeouts for number 3 starter. Awesome. 6.0 WAR even. Worth the money, worth the trade, worth the ring, and just great numbers for a guy that's a number 3 starter. Corey Kluber. I don't know what his numbers were when he came across. I think his record was 9-7 or 9-4. I want to say it was 9-7. I don't know what his ERA was, but he was having a good year. Sometimes Kluber doesn't have good years with the computer until you get him. His overall went down, but it's 87, so I think it went up because I don't think he starts the year 87. So he's a diamond either way. He got 5 hits, scored a run, drove in 3 RBIs. Not bad for a guy who never, he had, 3 hits before this year, now he's got 8. He never driven in a single RBI before, now he's got 3. But yeah, coming across, he did awesome, and I think he would have been the AL comeback player of the year, with McCutchen being the NL comeback player of the year. But he went 16-10. So I think his record was 9-7. 16-10, still great. 241 and 3rd innings pitched. Gave up more hits than he usually does, but the earned runs were 254 strikeouts is good. 2.69 ERA is great. 1.16 WHIP is great. Those are Corey Kluber-esque numbers. I mean, he won the Cy Young in 2017, and he was, I think, candidate in 2018. I don't know. He had a great year. 6.9 WAR, worth the money, worth the trade. Corey Kluber did awesome, and he was my number 2 guy because once Aaron Nola came around and got right, Aaron Nola got his overall up to 94 and went diamond. He had a little shaky start to the season, but the second half was great for Nola. 32 starts, 19-7, 227 and a 3rd innings pitched. He struck out 289. His ERA went down to 2.61. His WHIP was 102. That's a fucking fantastic year. A 7.5 WAR. I'd say that's Cy Young candidate, but Zach Wheeler's got the Cy Young locked down because he has 27 wins and a sub-3 ERA, a close to sub-1 WHIP, and again, 27 wins. I didn't look at their Nola's offensive numbers though. So Aaron Nola got 8 hits, scored 3 runs, including a double, got an RBI, walked 6 times. Nice. We'll take a look at the position players because my oh my, this is where things get very surprising. Logan Forsythe, didn't use him, and I think I had 1 at bat with him personally. Overall didn't move. He played in 25 games. He had 90 at bats. He had 23 hits, 256 average, 4 home runs, 17 RBIs. 3 stolen bases, why not? Put up a WAR of 0.6. So, yeah, is what it is. Andrew Knapp, catcher, backup catcher. His overall went up to 69. He's only 28, 4 years of service under his belt. Maybe he gets a little bit better. Good arm, not really much more to him besides that. 24 games he played, so Remuto got a lot of playing time. 81 at-bats, he got 25 hits. 3 home runs, 17 RBIs, 2 stolen bases, a 3.09 average. Backup catcher WAR of 1.3. As a backup catcher who didn't really play either, for that matter, I'll take that. Happy with it. It's all right. Josh Harrison, his overall went up to 71. Not the biggest fan of Josh Harrison anymore. Like indifferent. Played 84 games. Utility guy. Got a lot of at bats. 271. 27 runs scored, 64 hits, 4 home runs, 26 RBIs, 4 stolen bases, 236 average, and a WAR of 0.3. Yeah, is what it is. Just kind of there. Meh. And then we start to kick things up a little bit here with Adam Hazley. Hazley was initially in the starting lineup to start the season, and I wanted to see what he could do because his overall went up to 69. He's only 23. He's got B potential and only 1 year of service under his belt. This being his first full year, I believe. I don't know how much he played last year, or I don't know how long he was around last year. I know how much he played, but good fielder, decent arm, decent enough speed, and I think with time, because again he's only 23, so he's got like 4 years before he even hits his prime, and then another 4 or 5 years of prime at least. For the one can imagine. So these aren't bad attributes. He played 96 games, 267 at bats. The kid got 79 hits, 10 home runs, 44 RBIs, stole 2 bases, 296 average. He's a backup center fielder to Jay Bruce. 3.1 WAR. That's really good, actually. For like my backup outfielder, I'll take that. You know, Jay Bruce got the starting position because of his power, and I'm glad because it paid off in the long run. Neil Walker, a little interesting one here. 72 overall, and he could play a variety of positions, and he can still hit a little bit when it comes to righties. And he can field decently enough, but I just didn't use him. I don't know if the computer did, but I mean, 78 games, he had 84 at bats, so mainly he was a pinch hitter. 31 hits, 2 home runs, 13 RBIs. Like, he didn't get used often either. 369 average. Like, he was good when he got used. 0.3 WAR. Worth the money. And I mean, for him, he's got to be happy. You know, he didn't really. I mean, happy and sad, because he's sad in the sense of this is what you do. You want to do it. And he didn't get that chance. But also happy in the sense of he didn't really have to do much this year work-wise. Man got paid a solid amount. You know, I would love to have a $584,000 gain in 1 year. You know, I could do a lot of things with that and have a lot left over. But so he didn't really do a whole lot, and now he's got a World Series ring. It's better than where he was a year ago in Miami. As far as I know, he doesn't have any rings. Yeah, so that's his first ring. So it is what it is. This is where things get interesting, because Jay Bruce's overall, he had a little resurgence here in his career. He's already been around 12 years, 32 years old, and kind of coming down the hump. He can still field. I didn't realize he was that good of a fielder, and he's got good pop against righties. Good pop, period, but especially against righties. His contact went up against righties. Yeah, big surprise to me here, Jay Bruce. Got 121 games played. Jay Bruce, 96 hits. It's about on par with him the last couple of years. 24 home runs, though. Oh, he had more home runs last year. But the big thing for me was his average went up. Not by much, but his average went up. Jay Bruce, I'd say he's coming up on Hall of Very Good status. You know, he could probably play for 3 more years at this pace. So about 60 more home runs, 60 plus. So he can get 400 home runs, 1,000 RBIs. Maybe come close to 2,000 hits in his career. 2,000 hits, 400 home runs. That is potential Hall of Fame. His average isn't really there, but definitely Hall of Very Good. His WAR is only 18.8 for his career. He had a 1.2 this year. Wow, I'm kind of surprised at that, but it is what it is. Jay Bruce, worth the money. Yeah, he was great. That's the other thing too. Jay Bruce was hitting 8th in my lineup. So to have your number 8 hitter put up 24 home runs, 57 RBIs, 238 average, I'll take that. I'll definitely take that. This is where things get really shocking. Andrew McCutchen got his overall all the way back up to 92, went diamond, and became one of the best players in the game again. I said I wanted Andrew McCutchen to show signs of life that he is still the player that he was after he got injured last year. I said, what year did he win MVP? I think it was 2011. I still don't know. I have to look that up. He did win the MVP, and I said, show me signs of life of an MVP caliber player. He did more than that. He showed me that he is an MVP still. I think he wins the MVP this year. I think this is the MVP right here. I think there's maybe one guy that could have beat him in the MVP race, and we'll get to that. But Andrew McCutchen absolutely bounced back in an unbelievable way at 33 years of age. He had 155 games played. He broke the 200 hit mark, which is a career high. And the man had 41 home runs, which is a career high, by 10. 41 home runs, 113 RBIs. He's never had 100 RBI seasons. That's a career year. He also drew 111 walks, which is actually really cool to see. Stole 10 bases. A 360 average, an OPS of 1.142. Good for a WAR out in left field of 11.4. WAR-wise, Andrew McCutchen just had one of the greatest seasons of all time. Got his WAR all the way up to 61.9, and all of a sudden, if we're talking about WAR, Andrew McCutchen is close to Hall of Fame status. Do I think he makes it? No. Hall of Very Good? Yeah. Andrew McCutchen was very good. He won the MVP in, I think it was 2012? I thought he won it in 2011. It must have been 2012. It had to have been 2012. So Andrew McCutchen was great. Unbelievable. He was my number 2 hitter and he put up 41 home runs with 113 RBIs and 200 hits, a 360 average. That is unbelievable. It's one of the greatest seasons of all time, literally. Even if you're not looking at WAR, this is one of the greatest seasons of all time. Worth every penny. Awesome to have. Scott Kingery was a nice surprise. Got his overall up to 83. Is gold, and he's only 25 with A potential. So this kid's gonna go diamond for sure and be a force. His fielding went up. Great fielder for the most part. Good speed, and decent enough hitting, especially against lefties. As a leadoff hitter, so he's my leadoff hitter. He had. Oh, I don't have a drink out here. I thought I did. He had 163 hits, 28 home runs, 75 RBIs. Leadoff hitter. 296 average, also 19 stolen bases. Out in, not in center field. He was mainly my third baseman. So for a WAR of 5.5, fan-fucking-tastic. Kid deserves the money that he's getting. I'm saving him for last. Because these two were like opposites. I expected Rhys to have the season that Didi had, and Didi to have the season that Rhys had. Rhys Hoskins got his overall up to 82, so he's gold. Got a contact up against righties a little bit. I think he needs to get a contact up some more. Fielding's alright, speed not there, but whatever. He played 151 games, 146 hits, which was career high for him. 29 home runs, ties the amount he had last year. 83 RBIs. Like this was an as advertised year for Rhys Hoskins, which isn't bad. 252 average. Good for a WAR 3.4. Not really much to say to him about him. I was expecting better because of the way that players develop in this, but I'm very satisfied with this. He was always a number 5, 6, or even 7 hitter sometimes. So very good numbers. Gene Segura, 83 overall, didn't move, so he's gold. I don't really have much to say about him. He was just kind of there. 149 hits, 21 home runs, which is a career high, so that's cool for him. 72 RBIs, also a career high. 15 stolen bases, 263 average. He's just kind of there, you know, 2.64. So as a supporting cast member, I'll take that though. Like that's pretty good for a guy that's going to be batting second against lefties or like 7th against righties. Just very supportive, and I'll take it from him. I didn't like him personally, but I'll take that. That was awesome to see. I'd say it was worth it, I guess. I don't see him getting much better. Bryce Harper got his overall. Bryce Harper had a slow start actually, but he did a lot of developing. He's only 27 with A potential, and he was already in a high overall, so he got his up to 98, starting to show that potential that deserves this contract. Because I didn't think he deserved it going into the contract, but with what he's showing here, the power was there already. I didn't know he was better against lefties than he was righties. I needed him to get that contact up, and not so much against lefties, got up to 75, but against righties I needed him to get it up. It was only 63, and he did. He did just that. He got his plate vision up 11 points too, so we went up from 46 to 57. Discipline and clutch were already there. His fielding got a little bit better. Not that it really needed to. He's already a great fielder with decent speed. And Bryce Harper, okay, so I have 2 exceptions to McCutchen possibly winning MVP. I had 3 MVPs on my team. Bryce Harper had a slow start and then went off to have a career year. The man's never hit more than 42 home runs. First of all, he had 204 hits. First time in Bryce Harper's career he cracked 200 hits. 50 home runs. 156 RBIs. The strikeouts were down from the last 2 years. And a 334 average, which is pretty high for him. I mean, which is high in general, but for him especially. For a WAR out in right field of 9.5. So right there alone, I've got McCutchen and Harper combined for over 20 WAR. Harper's only 27. So he could realistically do this for another 5 years. And if he does this for another 5 years, then yeah, Bryce Harper's going to be in the Hall of Fame already. Because we're looking at 500 home runs. We're looking at... And that's the thing. The kid could have 10 more years to his career. So we're looking at close to 3,000 hits. But even... Yeah. God. It's disgusting what he could actually be. Which is awesome for him. So he's worth it. Face of the franchise. 42 doubles, 50 home runs. I mean, look, the OPS was unreal. It's just disgustingly good for Bryce Harper. JT Realmuto really shined too. Got his overall up to 90. He went diamond and cracked the 90. Best fielding catcher in the game probably right now. And probably just the best catcher in the game, period. Got his hitting up some more. He's only 29, so he's got room to either go up some more, or he's in his peak right now and he's going to coast at this level now, which is a good level to coast at. Career year for Realmuto. As a guy that would hit 5 or 6 in my lineup, to get this many at-bats, that many games played out of a catcher, 168 hits. You don't see catchers getting that many hits, that many doubles. 33 home runs and even 100 RBIs, both career highs for him. Stole 13 bases too, which is also career high. 319 average, good for a WAR behind the dish of 9. Worth every penny, and really fucking awesome. Good for JT Realmuto. He could also play first base. I didn't realize that. And then last but not least, Didi Gregorius was the biggest shock to me in the world. His overall went to 81. He went gold. Now I expected Didi to be solid, a good maybe number 6 hitter. His first half was ungodly. If he kept up his pace in the first half, the man came out of the month of July with 40 home runs, at least. He went into the All-Star break with close to 40. So he had 30 by like mid-June, early June. It was disgusting. You don't see that. He had 174 hits, 49 home runs, 139 RBIs. He was easily on track to being the MVP, and I think he deserves it for how he carried this team in the first half. 320 average. Good for a WAR at shortstop of 7.4. Absolutely worth every penny. So to me, Didi deserves MVP the most, but I think Bryce Harper... Okay, MVP should go Bryce Harper, Andrew McCutchen, Didi Gregorius, with an honorable mention to Zach Wheeler, but Zach Wheeler will probably win it because of the 27 wins. Didi Gregorius was fucking insane in the first half. So let's take a look. We'll hit continue and franchise. We'll take a look at the awards. Oh, fuck. I was afraid of that. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. Fuck. 15 max save slots is kind of dumb. What if I wanted one for each team? Which I do for March to October. It's whatever. I'll figure something out as I go. We'll take a look at the awards for now. That's why I'm glad I'm streaming, though, because I got everything documented in one way or another. Taking a look at the awards. World Series MVP was JT Realmuto. 400 average in the World Series. 1 home run, 1 RBI. Take it. He was also the LCS MVP, though, which I kind of call bullshit on. Or in this case, the postseason MVP. 372 average, 4 home runs, 5 RBIs. Like, that's not bad, but I think Jay Bruce deserved it more. I mean, that average is insane, though, 372 average. But Jay Bruce had 7 home runs, 13 RBIs. To be fair, he had 7 RBIs in 1 game. But whatever, cool to see him get the second runner-up, at least. And Scott Kingery got third. It's a little bit of a surprise, but whatever. Silver Sluggers. I gotta have some Silver Sluggers. McCutchen got 1. Harper got 1. Didi got 1. Realmuto got 1, so I got 4 Silver Sluggers there. Nice. Gold Glove. Harper finished 3rd for right field. Not really expecting too many Gold Gloves here. Maybe Realmuto, and that's it. McCutchen got 1. Wow. So Kutch got the Gold Glove in the field. Nice. Realmuto finished 3rd for catching Gold Glove. It's nice to see Alfaro get it, though. I love Jorge Alfaro. Big Alfaro fan. And Zach Eflin finished 2nd for pitcher, so that's cool. Hank Aaron Award went to McCutchen. Well deserved. Yeah, well deserved. Rookie of the Year. I don't have any rookies. Batting title. Oh, reliever of the year. David Robertson, Rookie of the Year. Nice. Well deserved there. Only candidate. And yeah, okay. Batting title went to McCutchen. See, I think Harper should get MVP because a 330 average with 50 home runs. We had 9 more home runs and 43 more RBIs. But the thing is, and he had a Gold Glove and a Silver Slugger. I don't know. We'll see. But the Cy Young goes to Zach Wheeler, as expected. Aaron Nola finished 3rd. Max Scherzer finished 2nd. And that's actually, yeah. Okay, I'm very comfortable with that, actually. Same amount of wins, but 1 less loss. A much lower ERA with a close to 20 more strikeouts. So, yeah, that's fine. If anything, I think Scherzer got robbed. But at the same time, when a dude has 8 more wins than you, 27 wins, Yeah. MVP. Oh, wow. Okay, cool. So MVP Harper did win MVP for the second time in his career. And I think he deserves it. I think McCutchen gets snubbed in the MVP a little bit for nominations. I'd say he was probably fourth, but man, to have all 3 MVP nominations, top 3 be players on one team, is unheard of. So that's that. So I can't save that, which is fine. I'm wondering what happened there. Yeah, it didn't. Okay, that is what it is. So there's the Phillies March to October. 2 things I got to do before I call it a night, and that's look at who's next, and that would be the Oakland A's. What am I looking forward to the Oakland A's? I'm definitely going to need to work on their starting pitching. Not that it's like the worst, but like definitely going to hope for some development there, but definitely going to want to add to it. Their bullpen is all right. As far as I know, their bullpen is actually really good. It used to be better, but it's still really solid. They got rid of Blake Trinan, but they still got Liam Hendricks. Actually, I can't think of anyone else right now. But their lineup, that lineup I'm looking forward to. I'm trying to think who's in that lineup. Obviously, Matt Chapman, Matt Olson, and Marcus Semien. But also, Ramon Laureano really broke out for me in last year's run, so that'll be cool to see. Hopefully we can do that again. Who else is on that team? Steven Piscotty, Chris Davis. Yeah, that's going to be a fun lineup, I think, I hope. Not really going to need to change much in the lineup. Maybe a few small changes, minor changes, but going to focus more on the starting pitching for them. And we're closing in on, I'm past the halfway point. So I'm looking forward to doing beginner with all these teams that I've already done, with the exception of San Francisco. I'm not going to play with them again. I'm on the fence about Kansas City. Baltimore was a mistake. I didn't mean to do that already. So Baltimore is going to get it again. Yeah, we'll see. So that's what I'm looking forward to there. And then the absolute last thing I'm going to do, as always, Diamond Dynasty. Open up any packs I earned in my Philadelphia run, which is probably going to be lower than usual because I'm doing these runs at a lot faster pace now. I'm not getting the login bonuses. I got 1 Bat Slam unlockable. Holster Slam 2 or 1. Righties. Do that. And then choose 1 Silver or Bronze Evolution Program player that can be upgraded to a 90+ overall Diamond. So who's in here? Pudge, Eck, Eddie Matthews, and Cargo. I think I took Pudge the first time. That's starting pitcher Eck. I might as well take him for that. Yeah, I'll open that now. I'll take, yeah, Pudge. So, yeah, I'll take Eckersley. Still haven't decided who I want to take from here or here. So let's open up. I got 2 bronze and 2 silver Philly players. We're looking at Josh Harrison, Mauricio Lovera. He wasn't on my team for my run. Didi Gregorius, that's awesome. I like his stance. I like hitting with him. And Jay Bruce, the 2 guys who I personally probably was the best with. So that's awesome to see. 3-team affinity pack. Looking at Minor League Stadium, Luis Basabe, Ryan Hartman. Wait, didn't we trade him? Basabe, was he part of the Moncada deal? The sale deal? Whatever. And Brandon Woodruff. Cool. Riverboat, Anthony Alford, Sean Rodriguez, Miguel Romero, Wilmer Font. Riverboat again, Ty Buttrey, Richard Urania, Logan Forsythe, another Philly, and Elias Diaz. And then 1 regular pack where I got the sponsorship, Kyle Funkhauser, Trevor Gott, Edwin Diaz, but not the closer, and Dansby Swanson. Cool. Alright, I'll figure these out eventually. So that's going to do it. So Oakland A's, Oakland Athletics is up next. It is 3:30. I need to go eat and sleep. So until tomorrow, Oakland.